Welcome to Kountry Gaming's unveiling of the brand new Necromunda. Today with me is my beautiful wife Artis, who's going to be my constant opponent at this.
All I have to do is drop a mountain on him. He'll go away.
She's referencing something that happened in Warhammer Fantasy Battle 20 years ago. I have not heard the end of it for 20 years. Feel sorry for me, people. Her mage dropped a mountain on my general. Huge game, 6,000 points or something. And 3/4 of my army ran off. This was turn 1. My guys were not even out of the deployment zone yet. So.
He's a little bit touchy about the subject.
Not really, she just keeps bringing it up. Okay, so first up, we have the new templates. Actually, they're the same ones as we used in Warhammer Fantasy, that is.
Yes, but they're plastic now.
No, they were plastic. They were plastic then. Okay, the last edition we played.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't play much in the last.
And let's see here. We have the scenery. I don't know. Okay. So, let's look at this. Okay.
Windows.
Yep. The tail goes with this to create a little like manhole cover with something popping out of it.
That's cool.
This is the new coin that shows whose turn it is, basically.
That's cool.
Okay.
What's this? Ammo boxes?
Yeah. Yep. Ammo boxes. Get a little Ziploc bag.
What is that for?
Probably storing the markers in it. Okay. Some more scenery. This looks like doors and bulkheads and such. Okay. Okay.
I just dropped it.
Some doors.
Little kids. Ooh. They're getting fancy.
They are. Okay, so we get 4
I can paint these?
Yeah, I was going to, but you can if you really want to.
Oh, I gotta find these.
Okay, so we get 4 sprues of gangers. Okay. 2 of each kind. This is the Escher sprue. And watch her freak out when she looks at how small the pieces are, guys. But she's doing them.
I can't even see them. The only thing I can see is a whip. And studded boots.
Okay.
Not all wear studded boots. I'm supposed to do that?
Yep.
I get to use 2 magnifying glasses. And get new glasses in the meantime.
Okay. Anyways.
Oh.
And here's the the Goliath sprue.
Let me put it this way. These are small. These are tiny. These are itty bitty.
Okay. Whole lot of weapons. Whole lot of... Okay. We got 5 bodies.
Cute poses, though.
Okay, that's interesting. That guy doesn't have
Okay,
legs.
how come there's only 5 people on here?
Because there's 2 of them. There's 2 identical sprues.
Oh, laser. I get 2 laser wipes?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Some of these are going to be a pain in the tail to put together.
What are you complaining about? Your body's like 2 of mine.
Okay. We get this wonderful how to put together the default gangs.
Thank you.
Not saying we're going to use these much because one of the things we will be doing tomorrow, off camera, is putting together gang lists, and then we'll make the miniatures based off of those gang lists.
Not sure. I got another blister of this.
Yeah, there's 2 sprues like that one. Okay. The new book. Drool. Okay. Looks like there's a... Well, let's get it out of the saran wrap. find it funny that they put in the saran wrap. I guess it's to protect it from moving around in transit. But I'm used to saran wrap being put on books to prevent people from, let's say, well, let's be honest, just stealing the books outright by looking at them in the store and not. So we get 2 of these. They're the standard cheat sheets that come with most Games Workshop games, or at least did when we were really active with it. Just so you guys know, this is the first Games Workshop game we've bought in 15 years? 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're also hoping to get back into Blood Bowl, but we'll see how this goes.
Well, from what I hear, the new Blood Bowl rules are basically the living rule book that's available online. So our old stuff should be still very playable.
Good, because I like my playable.
So we get some dice, including the new injury dice,
Which we won't use anything but the injury die. We'll use our own die.
Maybe, maybe not. Some normal 6-siders, scatter dice. Yes, the return of scatter dice. And a big block of cards. I already know that there's,
That's the head. No, that ain't the head. Come on.
Let's get this open. Let's get this open. Okay. So, artists. Now, like I said, I've been looking forward to this. I saw the game at my friendly local gaming store, Call Out to the Force of Habit in Minot, North Dakota, a couple weeks ago, and I started drooling basically immediately.
And he told me about it, and he was drooling. And I said, Christmas is coming. Yes, but it's still so far away.
Hey, you know,
I can't be without it.
I have been having a very rough time of life recently, so
we're going to be playing Necromunda.
Okay. So, one new thing that they have added to the game is 2 decks of cards. Each gang has their own deck. Yes, there's
okay, that's the head. Okay, I was doing that in the head.
Okay. So.
What is these up here? I cannot, in my blind eye, tell you what they are. I thought they were heads, but they're not heads.
Respirators.
Respirators?
That's what I would say.
Well,
wait a minute. Maybe they are heads. No, they are heads, dear.
No, because the hair is like...
The hair goes on top of the head.
Well, where's the hair?
Right here and here and here and here.
You've got to be over me.
A lot of customization. So, new thing they've added are these cards.
I'm listening.
Basically, this is how they do the difference in point totals of gangs that have established themselves. And you get to choose 2 of these at the beginning of every game.
Okay.
If your gang is considerably weaker, you get to choose a 3rd or a 4th or whatever.
My gang against your gang, it's considerably weaker.
Anyways, so, and then just like with Magic the Gathering or whatever, you get to play the card during the game. It tells you when you can play. Example, this gas trap, which is for Escher only. Play this at the start of the battle when setting up your gang. Pick one of your fighters to carry the gas trap and put this card under that figure's card. Once during the game, the fighter can make this action. Set gas trap. Place a gas trap marker within 1 inch of the fighter, then they can move up to d6 inches. If the fighter goes out of action before making its action, roll d6, blah, 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 blah. Basically, you've set a booby trap. Okay? Here's another one for Goliath. Play this card instead of activating a fighter on your turn. Each of your pinned fighters immediately stands up, then makes a recovery roll for each injured figure in your gang. Treat out of action results as serious injuries. Okay? So they give you like a 1-up. Ooh, I'm doing this to get an advantage because I'm either trying to screw you over or help myself. The other thing that is come. And they've got some pre-printed ones.
These things are really modular.
Yes, they are. Okay. But they are very, they come with pre-printed cards for their default games.
Mm-hmm.
And blank ones, which I will be making an Excel spreadsheet to do this for me. But when you set up, you put these on the side, like you...
Yeah, you did that in Warhammer.
Yeah.
We did it in Warhammer.
I used to make them for Warhammer all the time, so now they're part of the rules, though.
Oh.
Sometimes, like, for the scenario, you'll shuffle all your cards, and you'll just choose the top 6. And then the others can come in later or as reinforcements or whatever. Okay, next up. Oh, I want to show that. Okay. The new textured bases. Take a look at those.
Sweet.
I'm not sure if that's the Goliaths or everybody's in there. Okay. So.
This is the little guys. This is the big guys.
Yes, okay.
Why did they want to play this one?
Because
they have the cool hair. You have to, man. Look at that hair.
You do know the Goliaths have the same hairdo.
They can?
Yeah, they have mohawks too. Okay. Two more things to show. First of all, well, 3 more. Tokens galore. 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 Tons and tons of tokens. And these. I know that there has been a lot of debate online. Okay? I know there's been a lot of debate online whether or not the new tile-based system is any good. I like the idea personally. Okay? Don't get me wrong, I love my 3D terrain. I love shooting from a rooftop and blowing away people.
What you talking about, Willis?
What am I talking about?
Yeah, Necromunda was never tile-based.
No, it's not. It wasn't. It is now. However, there's 2 ways to play. Okay? You can play the old-fashioned way with scenery. And I'll tell you guys right now, I've already started scrounging things like Pringle cans and, you know, those plastic cases CD-ROMs come in. Like, when you buy like 30, they're a little tubular, or not tubular. Yeah, man, tubular. That was so tubular. California thing. Anyways, but there are little canisters that you get like 50 CDs in. Nice round, whatever. I'm already starting to scrounge stuff like that up. I've been looking at RPGnow.com for some paper mini buildings. So I'm planning 3-dimensional. Don't fool yourself. But for a quick game or scenarios where maybe you've got 2 tables set up with these as your sewers that your guys can sneak through to get to the other side of the board, I see a lot of value in these. Okay? I know that the community is, let's say, split on it. Okay? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So enough to set up a 3x3 table.
Okay, we can play it. Tomorrow night. I have to figure out how to do what I want.
We need to get at least one other gang glued together.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Are you looking at the Eschers or the Goliaths?
You did hand me the Goliath.
I did hand you the Goliaths. You complained about how your guys are smaller.
Okay, I'm smaller.
Okay.
Oh, look. Oh. Look at the weapons these guys carry.
Alright. The last thing. Oh. Okay, I totally missed the ruler they gave us. Nice. Bendable. Really flavorful.
Let me see it.
But I missed the whoopee sticks. That's what we call them anyways. Those red ruler sticks you used to get. And man, did those things leave a welt when you hit somebody with them. Okay, so I was young and immature. Okay.
Young and immature. Yeah.
Finally, The bottom of the box is designed to be used as scenery, which I think is kind of a cool idea. Okay, I understand that it's used for some kind of like arena or something. Probably figure out a way to set up this as a doorway or whatever in some custom scenarios.
This don't have cool hair. It has hair, but it's not as cool.
It's not as cool, but it's still mohawkish.
I want the cool hair.
Okay. No, I'm not seeing the hair in here. Oh, there's one.
But they got cool weapons.
Actually, I'm a little... I mean, Goliath is about getting in there in melee and beating the crap out of people.
Oops.
Oops.
Blooper. Don't listen to it.
Maybe I'll get that little graphic to put on there.
Blooper. Oops.
Anyways, but I have to admit, I mean, I'm a very shooty type guy. I like to shoot. I like to shoot a lot. And if I'm in melee, it's an oh crap situation. Okay? Now my gang, which I'm going to post up here, or post on my website, the Cador, yeah, I know, they're all about close range and boom, 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 but I just like the way they look, okay? I admit it, it's purely aesthetic.
I kind of like how these guys look.
Okay? So, any thoughts on it all?
Once I learn the rules, I'll smash you.
She always says that. And yet, she has to bring up one game from 20 years ago to establish her creds. One game.
And that game was awesome.
One game. One game.
I can bring up more than one.
She cheated at Blood Bowl.
I did not cheat, I just wore a red sweater.
Don't get into the red sweater. My students have a bad tendency of finding these things. Okay? She tended to play dwarves in Blood Bowl, and all she would do is put them all in a big box, you know?
And move across the screen.
And move across the game.
Like
maybe,
an intelligent person?
Maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns all game long. But
they weren't fast. They can do one thing and one thing well.
Here, let's get this stuff back in the box for now. Okay.
We will not show the painting process because there will be many bloopers to it.
And much salty language. Or is that what you meant by that?
I don't know if you remember when I paint, I'm not the most... And I mess up. I don't have the clean... Yeah, that's what I want to see. I don't have the cleanest mouth. Why is there a hole in here?
I don't know. There shouldn't be. Something got pokeyed. Okay. The other thing, and well, I got a lot of things today. I spent way too much money today. Anyways, excuse the goblins. Yeah. They're gobbos. Scrungy. Loud. Stupid. But anyways, how I talk about my dogs, huh? Finally, the other thing we got today is Necromunda Gang War. So this is the campaign book. Yeah, this is the book that talks about 3D terrain, how to put together a gang for a campaign. I'm hoping, but I don't see it happening, that I'll be able to get a couple of my local friends to pull out their old gangs from retirement. No, I've got my son, I've got my wife, and we'll play it around in the hills. Yep. I wish I had a piece of straw. Anyways.
It's winter time, it's a good time to play games My dad always said that.
Yeah, you'd have to understand North Dakota and how cold it truly gets here.
Yeah, you're not driving into town tonight to play a game. You're playing game online.
Yeah, but I have a Shadowrun game tonight. Anyways. Okay. Any closing thoughts?
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. Okay. Say goodbye.
Bye.